For centuries, motion has been defined by force and flame. From the crackling burn of early rockets to the thunderous ascent of Saturn V, spaceflight has always been synonymous with fire. Chemical propulsion carried humanity beyond the sky, lifting us from Earth's gravity well and placing our footprints on another world. But beyond that initial escape, fire becomes inefficient, wasteful, and fleeting. In the vast silence of space, where gravity loosens its grip and resistance disappears, another form of propulsion emerges. One that does not roar, but hums. One that does not burn, but glows. Ion engines and electric propulsion systems represent a fundamental shift in how we move through the cosmos, replacing explosive power with relentless persistence. These engines are not designed for spectacle. They are designed for distance. They are the engines of deep time, of multi-year journeys, of slow arcs that reshape trajectories across millions of kilometers. To understand them is to understand the future of space exploration itself. Chemical rockets are marvels of controlled violence. They generate thrust by burning fuel and oxidizer, producing hot gas that expands rapidly and rushes out of a nozzle. The reaction force pushes the rocket forward with immense strength, enough to overcome Earth's gravity and atmosphere. But this power is fleeting. Chemical engines consume their fuel at staggering rates. A rocket may burn through most of its propellant in minutes, leaving behind empty tanks and limited maneuvering capability. Every kilogram of fuel requires additional fuel just to lift it, creating a cascade of inefficiency. Once a spacecraft reaches orbit or deep space, chemical propulsion becomes a blunt instrument. Course corrections, orbital changes, and long-distance travel demand precision, endurance, and efficiency, qualities chemical engines were never meant to provide. To go farther, to stay longer, and to explore deeper, spaceflight needed a different philosophy. One that treats fuel not as something to burn quickly, but as something to stretch across years. At the heart of electric propulsion lies a radical rethinking of thrust. Instead of asking, how much force can we generate right now? Ion engines ask, how efficiently can we change momentum over time? Thrust is not only about mass, it is about velocity. By accelerating propellant to extreme speeds, even a tiny mass flow can produce meaningful momentum change. Ion engines exploit this principle to its limits, ejecting particles at velocities far beyond what chemical reactions can achieve. The thrust produced is almost imperceptible, sometimes no more than the weight of a sheet of paper resting on your hand. But in space, where there is no air resistance and no friction, that force never disappears. It acts continuously, day after day, month after month, year after year. Over time, that gentle push becomes transformative. Spacecraft powered by ion engines can eventually reach speeds far greater than those achieved by chemical rockets, simply by never stopping. Inside an ion engine, propulsion begins at the atomic level. The process starts with a neutral gas, most commonly xenon, a noble gas chosen for its high atomic mass, chemical stability, and ease of ionization. Electrons are injected into a chamber where they collide with xenon atoms, knocking electrons free and creating positively charged ions. These ions respond to electric fields, and that response is the key to propulsion. Grids charged to thousands of volts generate intense electric fields that accelerate the ions outward at extraordinary speeds, often exceeding 30 to 50 kilometers per second. As the ions exit the engine, they carry momentum away, producing thrust in the opposite direction. To maintain electrical balance, a neutralizer emits electrons into the exhaust stream. preventing the spacecraft from accumulating charge. The result is a faint, shimmering plume, often blue or violet, marking the conversion of electricity directly into motion. No flames, no explosions, just atoms, electricity, and precision. Ion engines are only one branch of a broader family known as electric propulsion. Each member represents a different solution to the same problem: how to move efficiently through space. Hall effect thrusters use magnetic fields to trap electrons, creating powerful electric fields that accelerate ions more densely. These engines produce greater thrust than traditional ion engines, making them ideal for satellites and cargo transport. Electrospray thrusters operate at the nanoscale, accelerating charged droplets or ions from liquid propellants. These engines offer exquisite control and are well suited for small spacecraft and precision maneuvers. More advanced concepts push into extreme regimes. Magnetoplasmodynamic thrusters accelerate plasma using electromagnetic forces. Variable specific impulse engines adjust exhaust velocity on demand. Solar electric propulsion systems scale power with sunlight, while nuclear electric propulsion promises consistent thrust far from the sun. Together, these systems form a toolkit, each optimized for different missions, distances, and power sources. Electric propulsion has already reshaped spaceflight. NASA's Deep Space One validated ion engines as viable deep space technology. The Dawn mission used ion propulsion to orbit Vesta, then leave orbit and travel onward to Ceres, something no chemical spacecraft had ever done. Modern satellites rely heavily on electric propulsion to maintain their positions, extend their lifespans, and reduce launch costs. Entire constellations operate silently, adjusting their orbits with gentle, continuous thrust. These engines have enabled longer missions, heavier payloads, and unprecedented flexibility. They have proven that patience can outperform power and that persistence can rewrite mission design itself. Electric propulsion does not announce itself. It simply works, endlessly, invisibly reshaping the architecture of space exploration. Electric propulsion shifts the limiting factor from fuel to power. The engines themselves consume little propellant, but they demand steady electrical energy. For most missions, this power comes from solar panels, unfurled like wings and bathing in sunlight. Closer to the sun, solar electric propulsion thrives. Farther out, sunlight weakens, and alternative power sources become necessary. Nuclear electric propulsion offers a solution, pairing compact reactors with high-power ion engines capable of sustained thrust anywhere in the solar system. With sufficient power, electric propulsion scales elegantly. More energy means more thrust, longer missions, heavier cargo, and faster transit times. In this way, propulsion becomes intertwined with infrastructure, power generation, storage, and distribution becoming as important as engines themselves. As humanity pushes outward, electric propulsion will become indispensable. Cargo ships ferrying supplies to Mars, tugs repositioning asteroids, deep space probes mapping the outer solar system, interstellar precursors accelerating for decades toward neighboring stars. These engines enable missions measured in patience rather than force. They reward planning, efficiency, and long-term vision. They are not built for heroic moments, but for sustained exploration. Combined with orbital construction, reusable launch systems, and advanced power sources, electric propulsion may form the backbone of a permanent human presence beyond Earth. Ion engines remind us that strength is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet, constant, and unwavering. In the vacuum of space, where nothing resists motion, A whisper of force can carry humanity farther than fire ever could. They are engines of time, engines of efficiency, engines of intent. As we venture deeper into the cosmos, the future of propulsion will not always blaze. It will glow softly, pushing patiently, endlessly, toward worlds yet unknown.